The following content will highlight the lives of 6 individuals as they planned release and upon release. Each will detail the importance and value of the 20 county reentry task forces located throughout New York State. The following individuals provided testimonials about their experiences working with staff in the county reentry task forces in their regions. How did you feel upon your release?
Upon my release, I felt anxious and nervous and excited all at the same time. I think I was more excited to be going home after doing my time.
I was coming home after doing 9 years in prison. A little nervous because I didn't know what to expect upon coming home from prison.
Where I was gonna go, who I was gonna stay with, just worrying about, violating. I heard so many things about every little thing you do, you could violate, go back. It was a lot to handle.
What was your biggest fear, and what were you looking forward to?
My biggest fear was trying to get back on my feet as a convicted felon, because I've never been in this, my feet never been in these shoes before. I was looking forward to getting a job, getting back on my feet, spending time with my family, readjusting to the community.
How am I going to transition into society? How is the society going to accept me? And things have changed since I've been incarcerated. So the new life and the new me, that was my biggest fear. When I got out, I was looking forward to church, finding a good church. I was looking forward to family, being back in contact with my daughter, looking forward to working, just being a productive member in society.
Biggest fear was going back to society and having to deal with the people that that I've hurt, and to just come back and to show them that I have changed. Show everybody, show myself that I could do this, that I have changed. I've learned from my mistakes, and freedom to me is everything.
How did you learn about the County Reentry Task Force services?
Through my parole officer. And I didn't really want to do anything with programming. I wanted to do everything on my own, and it didn't work out. It really didn't work out. And I'm glad it didn't work out, because if it didn't, I wouldn't have ended up in a reentry program.
When I was about to get out, they gave me some paperwork about the different reentry programs, and I was kind of skeptical. They actually were a big, tremendous help in getting me right on track immediately.
I learned about the Task Force Reentry Service through my uncle.
My first exposure was in phase 3.
I received the pamphlet in the mail about a month prior to leaving.
What services or program did you think helped you the most?
The program that helped me the most, I would say, would be the task force. They provided me with bus passes. They provided me with tools for my job. They provided me with information to get my resume made, clothing, everything.
That was the one that put me on the path to doing my resume all over again. Just getting mentally back into the game, basically retraining me on how to deal with people, talk to people, be articulate, focus again, because I wasn't focused. It was every level of employment.
I think that between the anger management program and the Ready, Set, Work program, it's a combination of all the right things. You have the tools to rely on to diffuse the problem before it becomes a bigger problem and incarceration becomes the outcome.
I want to say Ready, Set, Work once again, because I know that was, like I said, one of my goals was to get a job. So I want to say that helped me the most. It allowed me to know about my resume. My resume didn't just have to be things that I did before I was incarcerated. It also was things while I was there. I was a teacher's aide, teaching people how to get their GED. So that I can put on my resume, and I added to my resume and my portfolio.
Anger management showed me a lot of ways to cope with, skills that I didn't have prior.
What assistance did you receive, and how has this helped you to get a job, secure housing, or accomplish any other important goal?
I'm a certified mechanic and technician. I work on cars for a living, so they bought me a starter tool set, and they gave me bus passes to get back and forth to the job interviews, get back and forth to parole. So because they helped me with that to get the job, I was able to secure the job, save my money, buy my first car, and move forward from there.
Helping me go over resumes, how to speak to employers, future employers, how to, ask the proper questions or answer the proper questions, I probably wouldn't be employed today. And I got a great job. It put me on the path to being able to secure everything, my own car, my own vehicle, getting my license back, housing. I mean, even if you want a drug program or mental health, they assist you on every level.
Helping me obtain a motor vehicle ID, to them paying for me to get my permit, to them paying for me to get my abstract, so that I can get my permit, because that's a parole requirement. The biggest hurdle initially is the New York State ID. There's a 6-point system you have to have in terms of ID to even get this, and it helped me throughout the process. And it made me sit down, and it made me smile inside. The feeling of having that support. When I first got enrolled in the anger management course, which is a parole requirement, and the Ready Set Work program and stuff, I thought that in the beginning that it came in the form of punishment. I felt like I did these things already, and why should I have to do them now that I'm home and stuff? But when I got into those programs, the information that I was able to obtain and retain, I now share with other people. They provided me with housing information. They helped me file for DSS, who assisted me with housing, help you file for birth certificates, help you file for Social Security cards. There's a lot of people that come home that don't have proper medical coverage. We assist in all those areas. These are all the most meaningful areas. You have to get your ID right if you're looking to get employed. You can't lack in any area. You gotta have those things.
The assistance with looking for housing, the assistance with vouchers and stuff like that, where they pay your first month of rent and security deposit, as well as, first and foremost, the job. Because, somebody can help you with it, but you still need a means of, maintaining it and keeping it up.
The support that I received from the Reentry Task Force enabled me to have the confidence to apply for jobs and to do adequate interviews. It also, they also helped me to secure adequate housing, stable housing. I came home undomiciled, so I came home to a shelter. I then got into a program where I was living independently, and eventually they helped me get my own place.
They were there to help me with resumes, journaling, active journaling, and just, how to go to an interview. It's been, like I said, 3.5 years. I was locked up, incarcerated, and I lost all that, and they showed me to be calm, relaxed, confident, and, the first time I went for my interview, I got the job on site, and I'm still currently working for them.
What was most helpful?
The way they treated me, I wasn't just a number. I wasn't, garbage or anything. I was treated like a human being. I was spoke to like a human being, and anytime I reached out, they were always there for me on every level. It didn't matter. I needed boots for work, and I got them. They helped me with the boots. They helped me with transportation. They helped me with a lot of things, actually, a lot of things.
And you get an opportunity to return to society. Get involved with the Ready Set program, Ready Set Work program. This is going to help you. It's going to aid you in obtaining employment on a continuous level. They
made me feel warm. Anything I needed, getting my ID, license, food stamps, housing, job. Those were all major important roles that I needed to play, and they helped me with these roles.
I had somewhere to go where I could actually communicate my struggles with acclimating back into society, and they understood that, and it gave me an outlet and a place to vent, because it's not easy when you come home.
They're genuinely there, like I said, they care, You got so many people against you when you come out, thinking, it's you, we're coming out, we're, inmates. And they're there for us, They're just to support us, and they really care about what they do.
The Guidance and Counseling Unit, as well as transitional services within a correctional facility, has the ability to introduce you to the services of the County Reentry Task Force when you are preparing to go home from the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. You are encouraged to speak to staff assigned to those units in order to obtain a CRTF brochure and further information regarding services and eligibility. Your participation in this process is up to you, and it begins with signing the consent forms provided to you at the facility. Parole officers and reentry operations staff work directly with individuals under community supervision to help connect them with service providers within your community. You may have already agreed to participate with the CRTF in your community. If you did not agree or learn enough about the CRTF at the facility, you have another opportunity to connect through your assigned parole officer upon release. Your participation in this process is voluntary, and a consent form will be provided to you. Once consent is given, you will be connected to the CRTF coordinator in your area to discuss and learn about services that may be available in the community to help you re-engage and successfully transition. What would you say to someone who was in your shoes prior to release?
I would say to anybody coming home that's gonna be in my shoes, just don't give up. Just put your best foot forward. Always keep your ambition, Always be ambitious about everything. Try to stay positive and, do the best you can, and you'll be all right.
You could benefit from them, from everything they got for you. You just got to be confident. You got to want it. You got to want to change. And if you just go for it, you couldn't succeed.
Don't ever feel ashamed to ask for any help. At first, when I came home, I had to deal with mental health, and I was afraid to deal with that as a man because I was taught not to. If it wasn't for the guidance that I received, I wouldn't be on the path I am today, where I'm focused. Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from getting where I gotta go.
Anybody that's about to get out, there's some tools to help you out when you get out. Major tools. So use them. They help me learn about a resume. They help me learn how to get a job, how to speak on an interview. So use the tools that you have. That way you can transition successfully and become successful and be successful.
It's okay to feel, nervous. I'd say that it's not going to be easy. Not everything is going to be easy. Unfortunately, we have to come out to our wreckage of our past. So we have to waddle through that. And just hang in there, and that there's people that have been where you are, and there's people here that are willing to help you. And Reentry Task Force is one of those places that you can go to that will truly help you.
I thought I could do it on my own, and I was wrong. And I know a lot of people think that they could, but you know what? Take the necessary help. I understand that we have mandated programs, but Reentry should be one of them. Ready, Set, Work should be definitely one of them.
Should you wish to receive further information and obtain a CRTF brochure, please feel free to reach out to staff within the Guidance and Counseling Unit or Transitional Services within your correctional facility. You may also contact your assigned parole officer upon your release. Thank you for your time today.